Can somebody please write on the group? Where is Furkan? Please write on the group, because I don't have my mobile. I have kept my mobile somewhere where it has the best signal so that I can use its data. Now let's move on to the second formula, that is the midpoint. Midpoint formula. Okay, let's first write down the formula. x1 comma x1 plus x2 upon 2 comma y1 plus y2 upon 2. Now imagine, focus one thing. There is one thing to be noted over here, that this entirely is a single is a single coordinate, x coordinate. Okay, focus this comma over here. The moment you're working as a comma, that means you are moving on to coordinate system. Okay, when you will simplify x1 plus x2 upon 2, you will have one single value. That one single value will be called the midpoint of the x coordinate of midpoint. That's what it will be called. So basically, xm comma ym, xm and ym are the midpoints. For example, let's say this coordinate is 2 comma 3. This coordinate is 2 comma 3, and this coordinate is, let's say, 10 comma 15. Now you want to find the midpoint. So this is xm comma ym. Why am I using the letter m? To focus that m's a midpoint. It's midpoint. Okay. Now how will we do this? I just taught you how to name. I just taught you how to name the coordinates. Okay. Now naming, again, I'll name it once again. This is x1, this is y1, x2, y2. Muqtada said, no sir, I want this to be x2, this to be y2, this to be x1, this to be y1. That is fine. Both methods are fine. Do not worry about that. Naming, there's only one condition, that if you are giving the first number, the x number x1, then y will be y1. It cannot be y2. I hope I am very, very clear about this. Okay. Let's move on to finding the midpoint. So xm can be found, since I mentioned that all of this is x1, xm, and all of this is ym. Xm can be written separately as well. X1 plus x2 upon 2, and ym is equals to y1 plus y2 upon 2. You can write it separately as well. Now, the naming that I'm using is, let's call this x2, y2, x1, y1. Okay, now according to this, my x1 is 10, so 10 plus 2 upon 2. And for ym, 15 plus 3, 15 plus 3 upon 2. 12 upon 2, 18 upon 2. 6, 9. Final answer will be given like this. The midpoint xm comma ym is equals to 6 comma 9. Because that's how we write the coordinate. That's how we write the coordinate. Although I have done separate working, but the final answer must be given in a coordinate form. Any questions? Please, any questions, beta? Any questions? Any questions? Furkan, where are you going, beta? Kahan chale jaate ho bar bar? फुकान बेटा कहाँ चले जाते हो? Any questions? Hurry up, beta. I want to focus. I want to move on to more difficult parts. Hurry up. Moeed, speak a little bit lightly. Somebody's audio is on. Sama, please turn off your audio. Turn off your mic. Fatma, Hashir, Furqan, Muqtada. Any questions? Furqan, you must have missed it, but abhi revise ho jayega if you will stay on. Don't leave now, okay? Any questions, please, beta? Ask me if there are any questions. We'll be moving on to questions of these formulas. I think let's do another formula and then we'll move on to the exercise. Okay. Now, this is 2. Let's move on to the third is gradient. What's a gradient? It is basically change. Okay. The letter used for gradient is m. So m is equals to y2 minus y1 on x2 minus x1. Oh wait,